Welcome to Fort and Home. Whether you're on our construction team, in finance, operations, design, or development, this video teaches you one of the most important systems in our company, the build process. Build is how we solve problems, it's how we find bottlenecks, fix them fast, and improve continuously. It's the engine behind how we scale, smart, and lean. Let's walk through what build means step by step, using examples from realistic Fort and Home style projects. B is for bottleneck hunt. Ask yourselves, what is the one thing slowing us down right now? Every project has a weakest link, a constraint, and our first step is to find it with precision. For example, at the O'Rourke building condo conversion, the scale of the building and limited labor created major delays. After walking through the site and reviewing schedules, we identified that treating the project as one large block was the bottleneck. So we broke the job into vertical zones, with each floor progressing independently. While MEP was being roughed in on one floor, drywall could finish on another. That change unblocked the schedule. Our key takeaway here is don't assume, use data, talk to your team, find the constraint with precision. Next up is U, which means utilize relentlessly. Ask yourself, are we fully using what we already have around this constraint? Once we've found the bottleneck, the next step is to maximize existing resources before spending more. For example, at the Hotel Melrose, we were falling behind on flooring installation. Instead of hiring new crews, we created a square footage calculator to track how many square feet were installed per hour per day. This tied directly into our project schedule. Once we visualized the install rate, we shared it with the flooring subcontractor, and they were able to adjust staffing and hit the deadline without surprises. The result? We knew when they'd finish before they did. That's the power of real-time resource utilization. Creative constraint solving beats blind scaling. After that is the letter I. This stands for integrate for flow. Ask yourself, is the rest of the system aligned to support the bottleneck? Fixing one constraint isn't enough. You must align the entire system around it. For example, at the Trails End community, our city zoning review was stuck. The root issue wasn't the zoning code, it was communication. City reviewers didn't fully understand our homes or plan. We responded by integrating better communication tools. Updated visuals, walkthrough videos, in-person presentations, these supported the permitting process and unlocked approvals. Constraints often live between departments or stakeholders. Fix the system, not just the symptom. Then we have L, which means to level up capacity. Here we ask ourselves, if we've done everything else, should we now invest in expanding capacity? Scaling should only happen after we've used and aligned everything else. For example, in Butte, Montana at the Platinum District, subcontractor availability was a major issue. We saw it coming early. Instead of overpaying or overcommitting in a tight labor market, we shifted to off-site construction, building modules at our facility and delivering them ready to install. This increased output, reduced cost, and removed our dependency on local labor availability. Capacity upgrades are strategic, but only when flow is already optimized. Lastly, we have the letter D. D stands for double check and repeat. Did the bottleneck move? Time to start again. Solving one constraint will reveal another. That's not failure, it's progress. For example, at the Hotel Melrose, we once had consistent complaints about digital check-in. After mapping out the friction points, we implemented guest-facing communication protocols, support staff scripts, and SOPs for error resolution. Check-in issues dropped, but then guest reviews surfaced another issue, in-room amenities. So we applied Build again, this time to guest experience. Build is a cycle, not a checklist. To summarize the build process, B is for bottleneck hunt. U is for utilize relentlessly. I is for integrate for flow. L is for level up capacity. And lastly, D is for double check and repeat. Why does this matter? Because build is not a theory, it is how Fort and Home runs across every team. Whether you're a designer building product lines, a project manager coordinating schedules, or even a site crew member installing hardware, build gives you a language, and it gives you a process to solve problems together. When we all use build, we get faster, leaner, and stronger. What's next? In the next video, we will show you exactly how to use Gemini AI to run the build process in real time. You will learn how to prompt Gemini, solve constraints daily, and feed that information into our weekly reports so the entire company gets smarter. Let's build better. every day.